What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and want stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Nucleus, entitled Entity. This is released on Unspeakable Axe Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Chicago, Illinois, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, technical, science fiction themed style of death metal. Yeah. Ever since I first got acquainted with this band, it has been a true pleasure to see this band make a name for themselves and continue to flourish with their style of music. Of course, with their demo and EP material and their debut full-length from 2016 entitled Sentient. That album was and still is a very awesome album to listen to. And of course, in 2017, they put out a split with the band Macabre, further showcasing their style and aggression when it came to their music. Of course, this band really made a very good impact with that album Sentient, with the Dan Seagrave artwork, the lyrics, the music. Just a very awesome full-length album. And of course, I had the honor and privilege of getting to see these guys live. They were amazing, and I hope they come to play Texas again someday. But yeah, the next step in Nucleus's evolution comes in the form of their second full-length entitled Entity. When I first heard that they were going to be putting out a new full-length album, I was extremely excited because, for one, you have this really badass album cover art by Adam Burke that's very lengthy and expansive, and you just get a glimpse of what type of sci-fi stuff this band is going to be coming out with next. And of course, they released a song off the album in the form of their the title track off of this album, which pretty much felt like business as usual in terms of music quality, production, sound, and everything. And now here we are with the second full-length album from Nucleus entitled Entity. And I should also mention this is an early review because this album will come out on June the 14th, but I have an early review just for you guys. It's 8 tracks and it clocks in at around 38 minutes in length, and this pretty much picks up right where Sentient left off, but I feel like this band is growing more into their sound and becoming a lot more of a dominant force, and you hear it throughout the majority of this record in terms of the musicianship, in terms of the songwriting, in terms of the vocals. There is just a lot more stuff to love and enjoy here this time around, and I think that this album will definitely win over anyone that was into Sentient or any of Nucleus's previous material. This is some seriously fantastic death metal, and I think Nucleus are going to continue to make a name for themselves with this sound and style for many more years to come. As far as the music is concerned, it's pretty much Nucleus business as usual. There is a lot of great, well thought out, well layered guitar playing done throughout this record in terms of all of these songs here. Pretty much one-word tracks. It's very intriguing that a lot of these songs are just simply words here. Like the first couple of tracks, like Arrival and Uplift. You have some really top-notch guitar work being done throughout this album. Very good riffs, very good attention to detail, very well thought out and well planned out. I think it's really awesome. And then you get to a track like Dominion, which is one of the lengthier tracks on here. Definitely a lot more expansion and a lot more energy being done with these guitars, and I think it really sounds awesome. The bass work on here is very awesome too. I definitely love the fact that they keep it in mind for the bass to be heard very well here throughout this entire album. I think it's definitely great to listen to, and I definitely think it accompanies the well-established guitar playing done throughout this record. As far as the drums are concerned, just like the previous album, there is a lot of great emphasis on keeping things methodical and story-driven. I like the pace being done on the opening track, Arrival. I should mention Arrival is the longest track on here at around 6.5 minutes in length. It definitely keeps the pace going forward, but when things begin to speed up and get quicker, it definitely gets the job done, and I love this drum performance. It's very strong, it's very hard-working, very methodical and patient, but you get a lot of great impact done with these drums. And when it comes to the vocals, I love the vocal work on here. I definitely feel that this guy definitely keeps a great and open mind to to be a storyteller to the listener in terms of the album, in terms of what's going on, in terms of how things are going. And I think he does a tremendous job with his vocal style. He has a very distinctive sort of growl. It's very powerful, it's very strong, and I definitely think he keeps the pace going here with his vocal performance, especially for some of the lengthier tracks on this album, like once again going to Arrival, and then the later half of this album with songs like Dominion and Time Chasm. Just some really top-notch vocal performances going on here, and I think this is what makes something like Entity works so well. So overall, I definitely think this is a much stronger and more well thought out record than Sentient. If you are a fan of the first Nucleus album, I definitely think that you're going to really enjoy this album when it comes out. I highly recommend that you pre-order this right now, and you will not be disappointed. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Arrival, the title track, Mobilization, Dominion, and Time Chasm. Just some seriously stellar work here. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the title track of this album that I believe is currently streaming on the Unspeakable Axe YouTube channel, and I will also leave you a link to where you can purchase a physical copy. To the best of my knowledge, it is available currently as a CD. Misako Unoho is putting out the vinyl version of that, and of course Unspeakable Axe and Dark Descent will most likely sell it in the US. There are also t-shirt, flag, and pin options available if you want to pre-order that. So again, the album is Entity by Nucleus. This is released on Unspeakable Axe Records. This will be available on June the 14th. Definitely pick this one up. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Definitely one of the best death metal records of 2019, and I think Nucleus are going to continue to stamp their thumbprint on death metal and extreme underground music. So if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it and how you think it compares to the previous full length. If you happen to be pre-ordering a copy, definitely let me know and we can talk about it. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Ho out.